call for unity that is equally necessary. And unity is not some pie-in-the-sky dream. It's a practical step to getting the things we have to get done as a country get done together. As I said when it passed in December, the bipartisan COVID-19 relief package was a very important first step. And I'm grateful for the Democrats, Republicans, and independent members of Congress who came together to get it done. But I said at the time, it's just a down payment. We need more action, more bipartisanship, and we need to move quickly. We need to move fast. Our rescue plan starts aggressively in order to speed up our national COVID-19 response. The vaccines offer so much hope, and we're grateful to the scientists and researchers and everyone who participated in the clinical trials. We're also grateful for the rigorous review and testing that has led to millions of people around the world already being vaccinated safely. But the vaccine rollout in the United States has been a dismal failure thus far. Tomorrow, I will lay out our vaccination plan to correct course and meet our goal of 100 million shots at the end of my first 100 days as president. This will be one of the most challenging operational efforts we have ever undertaken as a nation. We'll have to move heaven and earth to get more people vaccinated, to create more places for them to get vaccinated, to mobilize more medical teams to get shots in people's arms, to increase vaccine supply, and to get it out the door as fast as possible. We'll also do everything we can to keep our educators and students safe.
Biden administration and Republicans are against fourth stimulus check. But here is some hope. Welcome to Updates Area YouTube channel. If you are new at the channel, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for latest updates. Experts warn that more checks would make inflation worse. In addition to lawmakers, experts have also voiced concern about what more stimulus checks would mean down the line, as the original payments have currently been partially blamed for inflation getting so out of control, while conceding that they might have helped at time. Many have spoken out to say that another round of checks would actually make matters worse for Americans in the long run. Even if they provided relief in short term, handing out dollars in an inflation environment will only make matters worse by driving prices up further. Bat Akers, a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, said in September 2022. Jason Furman, an economic professor at Harvard and the former chair of President Obama's Council of Economic Advisors, told Forbes in July 2022 that they would stimulate movement in the economy, but the stimulation would still create high prices. Stimulus checks would increase demand at the moment. However, supply is very constrained, so any additional demand would just result in higher prices, he said at the time. However, there is some hope. While officials all seem to be on the same page now when it comes to stimulus checks, Americans could see them again in the future, depending on how economy is performing. CNBC reported in June that if a recession happened, the government could potentially try and give Americans relief again, as they did during the 2020 COVID recession and the 2001 and 2008 recession. I expect stimulus checks to be used again. They work. A macroeconomic policy consultant and former Federal Reserve economist said at the time. The bottom falls out in a recession, so it's important to blunt the fall. Checks do that well. While the COVID relief checks were more unpredicted, being that there were 3 rounds of payments, they were proven to help at the time, as the first 2 alone lifted more than 11.7 million Americans out of poverty, and without them, it was likely the economy would have suffered even more than it did. In their absence, consumer demand would have likely been lower, threatening larger declines in employment. Zachary Portland, and researcher scientist at the Center on Poverty Social Policy at Columbia University told CNBC if economic shocks put the economy at risk, then stimulus checks will certainly be a tool that the federal government considers applying. So that was it for today, guys, and I hope that stimulus check should come, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.